Hey, good Tuesday evening, everybody. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. Weather for Weather Geeks time. The Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video today was a 10 out of 10. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than this across our area at any time of the year. Now, there are some exceptions. Some people aren't going to be happy because it's not pool weather at this point. It was a little cool for that today, but unless you have a heated pool. But otherwise, if you wanted to do anything outside today, what a day. And we deserve a day like this after all the rain that we've had over the last couple of months. Now, last night, the clouds stuck around through the evening. It did clear overnight, but if you went to bed when it was still cloudy, you didn't get a chance to check out Jupiter in the sky. Now, Jupiter is one of the brightest objects in the sky, just generally speaking, but it's at its brightest right now, technically yesterday, but still very, very bright tonight, because it's at what we call opposition, which means that the Earth lies directly between the Sun and Jupiter. It's the same idea as a full moon. We have a full moon when the moon is here and the Earth is here. And kind of a similar idea here with Jupiter being directly, or I should say the Earth being directly between Jupiter and the Sun makes the planet appear very bright. It's also very close to us, relatively speaking, in our planet's orbits. And so Jupiter is a real sight to see. Now, if you have a good pair of binoculars even, or preferably even a telescope, then you're going to be able to see quite a bit of detail on Jupiter. Again, you can check this out anytime, but it's particularly striking now with this planet so bright. Just like last night, once the clouds cleared, you can see not only Jupiter and the Great Red Spot and some detail on the planet with even just a pair of binoculars, but at least a few of Jupiter's moons. There's many, many moons. A couple or a few could be visible out there tonight. Now, this is visible anytime after dark tonight. It's going to be in the southeastern sky at first, and then it'll traverse the southern sky and end up in the southwest sky late tonight and before daybreak tomorrow morning. So check that out. Again, Jupiter's always one of the brighter objects in our sky, but it's particularly bright now because of its placement in the solar system relative to the Earth and Sun right now. High-res visible satellite from today. Not a cloud in the sky for most of the day. I think I counted 2 cumulus clouds on my way into work today. Interesting, maybe post-processing issue here with the coloring over the lake. It looks like someone mowed the lake. Very, very neat-looking stripes there. I joked with Dana Balish, our sports director here, who is very particular about his yard. He's often out there mowing, even when it doesn't necessarily need to be done. I was joking that looks like Dana went out and mowed Lake Erie today. But aside from that, little anomaly. Not seeing the algae bloom going crazy just yet, but it probably will later this summer across the western end of Lake Erie. There's Pymatuning. Here's Mosquito Lake right here. This, of course, the Warren area. And just off our screen, the downtown Youngstown area. There's Cleveland. I always like to show you these when we have a crystal clear day. I also like to show you a time-lapse video, even though, a lot of times I want to show these time-lapses when there's something cool to show in the sky. Just wanted to show you a day in the life of Youngstown, Ohio in this time-lapse today because, there's nothing in the sky to show, just the pristine looking conditions for us today. And I mentioned this last night on this video. This is why this is my favorite time of the year, because we don't get days like this in late July and August where the dew points are down in the upper 30s and lower 40s. I mean, the air is bone dry. It's really, really comfortable. And of course, we had bright sunshine and temperatures very comfortable all day today. Not a lot of big weather stories nationally today. A severe thunderstorm watch issued for parts of Kansas and Oklahoma this evening. Some showers in Texas. Showers and storms breaking out across the upper Midwest. Actually, probably the number one story as far as national weather over the last couple of days has been the heat along the West Coast, especially in a place like San Francisco. Typically, the hottest time of the year in the Bay Area is in September. In the summertime, if you've ever been to San Francisco in June or July, it's usually really cool outside. There's a saying that how does it go? Something about the coolest summer I ever spent was in San Francisco, or it's a play on words like that. I'm drawing a blank on exactly how it goes, but San Francisco is usually pretty cool in the summer, and if it gets warm, it typically doesn't get this warm. They hit triple digits yesterday and awfully close to that today. So that's kind of the big national weather story, the heat along the West Coast. We have not had anything like that kind of heat around here. Here's a look at our temperature regime going back into the last couple of days of May. These are the high temperatures right here compared to average down here. And, we've had a couple of 80-degree days, but nothing crazy hot at all, and I don't see any sort of crazy heat coming our way anytime real soon. We're getting into the time of the year that we start talking about what is typically, the time of the year that we see some 90-degree temperatures. unless we have a year that we don't have any 90s like we had back in 2014. The 30-year average is June 24th, so yeah, it's not unusual that we haven't seen a 90 yet this year. But because the forecast is a fairly cool one compared to average, at least a seasonable one, for the next week to 10 days, we might be running behind average as far as 90-degree temperatures here as we get into midsummer. In the meantime, crystal clear out there tonight. Check out Jupiter if you can, and then I think tomorrow there'll be a little bit more in the way of cloudiness, especially high clouds as we get into the afternoon, just some cirrus clouds. It's still going to be a really nice day. A few degrees warmer than it was today. All right, Thursday remains kind of our clunker of the forecast, with a good chance for showers throughout the day, and I think temperatures are going to fall Thursday afternoon. It's going to be kind of raw Thursday afternoon and evening with showers, gusty wind, temperatures peaking in the mid-60s around lunchtime, probably tumbling into the 50s in the afternoon. So that's not a very nice day at all on Thursday. Thankfully, that's just kind of a one-day deal, because Friday we're right back to the kind of weather we had yesterday and today, where it's very comfortable, the dew points are low, and I think the sun will be out Friday afternoon. As far as how much rain to expect, here's a look at our model spread for late Wednesday night, Thursday into Thursday night. Here's kind of where the cluster of modeling is, and I think it's generally the right idea. 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch on average. Not expecting a lot of downpours with this. It'll be just kind of come and go garden variety showers for the most part late Wednesday night through Thursday night. Father's Day weekend forecast. I think at this point we're starting to hone in on Sunday being the more unsettled of the 2 weekend days. There could be a shower or a storm Saturday afternoon, but I think the raindrops may be a little more numerous on Father's Day on Sunday, so keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans with Dad. This weekend, it's going to be seasonably warm with highs in the upper 70s. That'll do it for the Tuesday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow.